Guenther Steiner believes a controversial moment between Max Verstappen and George Russell ended up shaping Verstappen into an even stronger and more dangerous driver. In Steiner's view, what happened during the Spanish Grand Prix was not just a lapse in judgment, but a turning point that forced Verstappen to reflect, adapt, and ultimately mature. The incident unfolded after earlier contact between Russell and Verstappen on a race restart. Verstappen was pushed wide, ran through the escape road, and rejoined the circuit ahead of the Mercedes. To avoid a penalty, Red Bull instructed him to hand the position back. Verstappen clearly disagreed with the call. As Russell attempted to retake the place, Verstappen appeared to slow, then drove into the side of the Mercedes before finally letting him through. The stewards responded with a heavy penalty that dropped Verstappen well down the order. Steiner sees that moment as a costly lesson, but an important one. He believes Verstappen realized he could no longer afford emotional reactions that throw away valuable points. According to Steiner, learning in racing often comes through mistakes, and this was one of those moments where the consequences were impossible to ignore. The penalty hurt in the short term, but it delivered clarity that stayed with Verstappen for the rest of the season. From that point on, Steiner noticed a shift. Verstappen stopped crossing that emotional line. There were no reckless responses, no unnecessary clashes, and no repeat of the same behavior. Instead, he became more controlled, more deliberate, and more focused on the bigger picture. Steiner describes it as an investment, where the immediate loss paid dividends later through smarter decisions and cleaner execution. Steiner also points out that dwelling on what might have been is pointless. Racing cannot be replayed or rewritten, and alternative outcomes will always remain unknown. What matters is how a driver responds. In Verstappen's case, the response was growth. He understood he should not have acted that way, accepted the consequences, and adjusted his approach. As a result, Steiner believes Verstappen is now an even better version of himself than before that race. With greater emotional control and sharper decision-making, he has become more clinical in how he goes about winning. That combination of raw speed, relentless focus, and newfound restraint makes him a frightening opponent. In Steiner's eyes, a calmer and more calculated Max Verstappen raises the bar for everyone else. If he continues to keep his temper in check while maintaining his natural aggression and talent, he becomes not just dominant, but truly unstoppable.